Good morning everybody, welcome back to another video. Today is Monday the 1st of June. There has a lot happened since the last video, which was the 23rd I think. But anyway, the point is this is our last high day of this diet. My current body weight this morning was 79.3 kg. So we are 0.3 up from yesterday. However, there is no direct cardio today and steps are slightly lower due to the amount of fatigue that I'm holding. So I'd say there's a bit of water weight there. So I'm probably a little bit lighter than 79. So there's been a couple of changes for this week. Our cardio is up, which I'm not happy about, but we move on anyway. This is the last week of this diet phase, finally. I am feeling like this is prep now, to be honest, as I did say in the last video, but I'm going to push through. So with today being a high day, I do need to go and get some food. So we're going to go to the shops now and then we're going to start prepping that. We have a busy day today. We have a lot of things to get through for the gym. We have a lot of things to get through for just work in general. So it's going to be an extremely busy day and I'm going to take you along with me to show you what today's like. The goal or idea today is to front load as much as possible. So as the week gets closer to the end, then I have less to do. But however, with that being said, I have a lot of work to do. So we're going to get this video started, get cooking, and then we're going to get on with the rest of the day. So if you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe to the video. And also make sure just to hit the subscribe button because there's currently only about 40% of you watching these videos actually subscribe to the channel. So I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button. But without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so I'm back from the shops now and I've been preparing food all morning. So breakfast is made. It's going to be my eggs and oats as usual. Well, I say usual, the eggs is definitely the only usual part about this. So we're having extra carbs today. So I'm not going to show you my first meal as I've shown it in so many videos, but what I will try and do is I'll show you other meals that I'm having. I'll try and show you other meals that I'm having today that are slightly different from what I'm normally having because realistically this is just my normal day. The only difference is though there's extra carbohydrates in today. So any meal that's got extra carbs in it, I will show you that today. Alright, it is sometime in the future. I currently have 5,200 steps done, I think it is. 5,500 steps done. The weather is absolutely horrendous outside. It is now time for my pre-workout meal. It is currently, right now, 30 minutes later than I want to be eating it just because of how busy we are. I do also now have a meeting at the gym at 3, so I have right now an hour and a half to get myself to the gym, so it's going to be very tight to get everything done today, but we're going to get on with it and do the best that we can. So time for food now. We've got 100 grams of oats, banana, dark chocolate and some protein paste. So I'm going to put that together, show you what it looks like and go from there. I don't know how I'm getting my steps in today. However, I do need to get my legs up a little bit more based on how I'm feeling. Matt also said that yesterday in the check-in, so that is what we're going to focus on. Again, no direct cardio today, which definitely helps. But as I was saying, we are now up to 45 minutes. So I'm going to stick all this together, take this a little bit of a break now, and then we have a very busy evening ahead. Again, I will keep you up to date with showing you as much meals as possible, and we'll also go through some training today and some posing after. So we have our delicious bowl of oats here with our chopped up banana. So I'm just going to throw this all in to the oats now along with our dark chocolate and whey protein paste. Definitely feeling a little bit better now, I have to say, and a bit more warm, which I would guess would be a good thing. So we're just basically throwing everything into the bowl with the 100 grams of oats and then a square of dark chocolate as well. So just one of these squares here will do the job very nicely. We'll just break that up into wee bits and then throw that in. And then over the top, we will put our whey protein paste in, which will just give us that extra bit of protein. Along with this then, I'm going to make myself a pre-workout drink and I will take that to the gym with me. So yes, we have a lot of work to do now, but we'll get there and we will keep moving on in the right direction. So here is the bowl of oats with the whey paste on top now. This is absolutely burning my hands, but again, we have 100 grams of oats in here. We have a medium banana. We have 15 grams, I think it is, of dark chocolate or whatever a square is, and a couple of white chocolate drops on top as well. I'm going to sit down and eat this because we are very late and it is already currently 1:30. Now I am cutting things tight for getting to the gym and getting everything done that we need. So we need to get this in and get a move on. All right, guys, so we are back with another voiceover today, and I'm going to take you through my push B. So we started off this session with a Smith machine press, and we were looking and focusing on the upper pecs. So I've been really enjoying this movement, but it's just been annoying that I've been seeing the weight drop recently. But fingers crossed now, over the next weeks or so, when this DAT is finished, we'll start to see the weight go back up. You could see there that I was having to push my hips up and use a hip drive to help me get through the movement. We then moved on to a chest fly to really make sure we could drive the blood into the chest. Now, I would have these movements about the other way usually, but because of today, with how busy the gym was, this was the order that we had to do them in. Again, everything's just getting heavier and feeling a lot more difficult to do now, but I'm just trying to push through as best as I can. As you can see, I was really trying to squeeze my chest at the end. But again, a new piece of equipment today, so I thought I had to try it out. This is the Gymleco flat press, and again, I'm not 100% sure on it just at the moment because of the angle in which it pushes at. Obviously, when I get a bit more calories into me and I start pushing some more weight, I might actually enjoy it a bit more. But at the moment, I can't really give idea of what I fully think of it. Then back onto some of our usual stuff then. We went into lateral raises. I like doing these unilaterally just so that I can focus on one arm at a time rather than two. And especially with this machine here, I feel like it's definitely a lot better to do with one at a time, because I found in the past if I try and do dual arm, I don't get to feel the same contraction as I do when I do it separately. So I like to do one at a time, and as you can see, I'm just pushing through every single rep here as best as I can. The main goal is to try and hold the weight at the top for as long as possible, just so that I can then really grow my delts. This is going to be one really important part for me over the next number of months when we go into that building phase. Like as you can see here, as I come up, I'm holding for half a second, but realistically it should be about a second or two. So fingers crossed going forward, I'll be able to do this for longer, and it'll definitely help because cap delts are going to be really, really important going forward. And if I can make sure that we have the cap delts, this will help. But as you can see, I'm just trying the best I can to get the full range of motion. I have dropped the weight slightly just overall to try and focus on form. After this then, we went into some dips. I have really enjoyed this machine since I started using it in the gym. It feels a lot better than body weight dips, and I just like it a lot more. So the goal here is to lean forward as much as possible so that I can use my triceps with a slight bit of chest, and that's the key part here. It's mainly triceps, but there will be a slight bit of chest with just the leaning forward. The goal is to try and keep my arms in as close to my body to make sure that I can really drive through. And as you can see at every rep that I'm doing here, that my triceps are getting fully engaged. Then we finished off the session with some more tricep pushdowns, and I mean, I have to say the shoehorn is looking good, but we have some work to do on that side of things. But I am looking forward to being able to see what we can do. So to finish off now, I'm going to take us through a physique update on where we're at on the last week or so of the DAT. And yeah, so we can see where we're at now. So body fat percentage is down slightly, and I am looking forward to just being able to see the final physique overall. The abs are starting to look a lot better, and they're starting to come through a lot sharper now. We can definitely see some veins down in the lower part of the abs as well. Side chest is looking very well, especially with my ribs kind of being shown there. Obviously with some extra muscle that will look better. Again, we do have a bit of body fat around the hip still, but we're focusing our best to try and move that. And then finished off with some legs here, as you can see, and it worked out okay. So yes, back to the video now. I'm back home now, and I've made the first of three things we're going to say. So the first thing that we have extra today is a nice big yogurt bowl here. So I've got some berries, 200 grams of yogurt, 30 grams of protein powder, and then I have 10 grams of Biscoff spread. Along with that then, over at the toaster here, I've got 2 bits of toast in it, and I'm going to put some almond butter on this, and then in the air fryer. Once that's finished cooking, I will show you what I have there. So here we have it. We have 50 grams of veg, we have 450 grams of potatoes, and we have 150 grams of beef mince with some sauce on the top. So a high carb day to give me a bit of an energy boost, replenish glycogen stores so that I can push through this last week. It is going to be difficult, so I need to keep pushing through. However, I think from those photos that you would have seen after me working out, it's doing its job today. So these are the last couple of meals that I'm going to have now. So as I was saying, I'm going to have the toast over there, and I'm going to have this yogurt bowl as well. So I'm going to go sit down, eat this now, and then we will wrap the video up. So the high day is complete, and it is now time for me to rest up. I am feeling energetic, and hopefully in tomorrow's session that will definitely be the case. This is the last week of the diet now, so I am hoping that we can push through and see some new low weigh-ins this week. Hopefully I won't be feeling like I was yesterday with how tired I was, and even from the previous video you can see. So hopefully the fatigue will lift a little bit more now and things will become a little bit easier. But anyway guys, that is going to be the end of today's video. I do hope you enjoyed it. I am excited to get this process over and done with and start getting some muscle on my frame again. It's going to be very important to do for me going forward. Obviously, the biggest thing at all will be keeping very focused, making sure that I can stick to the plan, not going off the plan. This last week done and go from there. So yeah, that's, as I was saying, it's going to be in today's video. If you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe and like the video. I'll hopefully be back soon with another video. So until then, goodbye.